What is up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, hi, I'm Kaylan. I film a lot of lifestyle, fashion, and productivity content. If you guys are new here and you do enjoy this video, I'd really appreciate if you could hit that subscribe button before you go and join our little family. As of course you guys can tell by the title, today's video is going to be an updated what's on my iPhone 2022, and I am so excited to show you guys what I have on my phone because I feel like I finally found the perfect balance between like the aesthetic iPhone but also like a really like realistic and functional iPhone that I actually use as like a tool to help me be productive and work throughout the day rather than just scroll on social media. Before we hop into what's on my phone, we of course have to start with the specs of the phone. Everyone always talks about their iPhone, so this is the case that I have on my phone. Well, I guess I should probably start with what my phone is. I have the iPhone 11 Pro. I do not have the iPhone 13. I'm not someone that gets the newest iPhone like every single year like a lot of people do. It does a job. I have basically the same layout as everyone with the iPhone 13. And then my case is actually new. I just got this. This is by the brand Heyday at Target. They make the cutest, like just, they're really simple, but I love like the quality and the way they feel. They make the best cases. They're really affordable. They're like 20 bucks, I think, and they're at Target. So I got this one. So this is what the outside of my phone looks like. You guys know the drill though. Let's start the screen record and look at what's in my phone. Okay, so starting with my lock screen, this is obviously what my lock screen looks like. If you guys watched my 2022 reset, I actually made a vision board for my laptop, and I actually just like made the same vision board for my phone. I just kind of like condensed the pictures down. So this is what it looks like. I absolutely love it. I think having a vision board as your lock screen is just a really good way to stay motivated and keep your goals right in front of you throughout the entire year. So I'll probably keep this as my lock screen, hopefully for the entire year, because I really like it. I think it also looks really good with my case. I love like the color in the books. I feel like it goes with my case really well. But yeah, this is basically just the vision board that I created. If you guys want to hear more about my vision board, definitely go check out my 2022 reset. Okay, so when I unlock my phone, this is the first page that you land on. I separated my phone into multiple different pages, and I found that this has really helped me stay organized. So the first one is a mood board, second one is work/utility, third one is health slash productivity, and then we have social media / photos, which I'll obviously get to all these in a second, but those are the 4 pages that I have. So of course, starting with the mood board, it's pretty self-explanatory. I love just opening my phone. It's really simple. I don't have a lot of cluttered apps. I don't have a lot of notifications on here. It's just like the really cozy vibe of winter. I actually made all of these widgets using Widgetsmith. If you guys have not checked out Widgetsmith, absolutely go check them out. Moving over to work and utility, I put basically all of the apps that I use on a daily basis that's not shopping or social media on this page. I found, and I'll talk about that in a little bit, I found that moving my shopping and like social media apps to the back has really helped me like stop just mindlessly scrolling on social media whenever I'm like watching TV or reading. Like whenever I'm bored, I would just find myself just like always clicking on Instagram. So moving all of that off the first page has really helped me stay more productive throughout the day. So I'll start with the widgets first, and then we'll go into the different apps. But the first widget that we have is Google Calendar. I just love having my calendar right there. I don't have anything on my calendar today. I had a few things this morning. I don't have anything for the rest of the day, but it's just really nice to know if you have anything to do. It'll obviously just pop up right there. I have the weather. This is not the most aesthetic widget, but I love, once again, the functionality of it. I love just having the weather right in front of me on my main screen pretty much. And then the app at the bottom is called Focus, and this one has really helped me stay productive. This is more of a productivity app, but since I use it for work, I actually keep it on my work screen since not on the productivity screen. So basically this app, I'll click into it, uses the Pomodoro method of just working in 25-minute intervals separated by a 5-minute break. So apparently you're supposed to be a lot more productive that way, really focusing, no distractions for 25 minutes, and then allowing yourself a 5-minute break. So it's really helped me. I love turning on my timer. I'll lock my phone, I'll put it aside, and then when I get my 5-minute break is when I will take a second to scroll on Instagram, I'll check my emails. You don't even have to use it for work, honestly. If you're someone who like you focus on work, like you don't need a timer. I think it's also really good if you're cleaning, if you're doing anything where you just really need to focus and put your phone down. I think that this is a great app for that. Another reason I have this as a widget and not just an app is because I don't know about you guys, but like if I have an app, sometimes I would just never open it. I would never click on it. I just won't use it, even though I want to like download it for productivity. So I feel like having it as a widget really puts it in front of my face because you can actually see the time that you took to focus, the number of focus sessions that you had, and the number of minutes of a break that you've had throughout the day. So for me personally, I just like to be able to see the numbers without clicking into the app. It really encourages me to use it a lot more. So that's a really good tip I have for you guys. If you guys want to use an app for productivity, which I'll talk about in the next page, as you can see on the top here. If you guys really want to use an app, but like you just don't remember to use it, make it a widget. I'm pretty sure you can make any app a widget, and so that way it's like right in front of you and not just the app icon. Moving on to the actual apps. These are the apps that I use on a daily basis. That's kind of why it's work and utility. So I use all of these obviously for work, and then these are just apps that I just always need. I want them really convenient, so I want them right there on the front screen. Starting at the top though, if you guys didn't know, my boyfriend and I, we have our own online Amazon business. So we have our Amazon Seller Central app there, just obviously to check our sales throughout the day. I have YouTube Studio. It's pretty self-explanatory. I'm not going to talk about it too much. This is basically just where I check my YouTube analytics. I can check and see how a video is doing. Just like basically everything, all the analytics about my channel is in YouTube Studio. I have my Gmail, just because I'm obviously always checking my email. This includes my work and my personal email in here. I have magic links, which I use for YouTube. So if there's anything that I want to share with you guys, I typically always make it a magic link first. So then that way, if you guys would ever like purchase that item through my link, I'd actually make a small commission. It's a very, very small commission. I think it's only like a few cents. It all adds up. So typically I'll make something a magic link, and that's how I do that. It's just on my little magic link app there. Down at the bottom, I have obviously my camera and my photos app, just because I'm always like reaching for those. I have Rella, which is really exciting. Rella is actually Natalie Barbu's app. I'm pretty sure it launches in like a week or so, I want to say, but I was actually invited to be a beta tester of it, or a beta user, so I've been using that. And then I also have my finance folder in here too, just because I'm always clicking for like my bank accounts wherever, so PNC, Chase, American Express, just basically all my bank information. But I do want to mention Digit to you guys. I think I've talked about it a few times on my channel, but if you guys do not have Digit, I highly recommend downloading it, especially if you're not great at savings. Basically what it does is let me log in here, it just takes a little bit out of your checking account daily, and then it puts it aside into a savings account, and you will never even realize that the money's gone. It will not overdraw your account. It will not take half your money out of your account. It just takes a little bit. So it saved $22.23 since yesterday, and then it separated it into the different pools that I have. You can actually create like the different pools of like savings accounts that you want. I have one for rainy day. I typically use this, like I really need my nails done really bad right now, so I'll go and pull that out of rainy day. Like it's almost like a treat. I want to rename it to like treat myself kind of a savings. I have one for gifts. I always recommend, I tell my parents to do this every year too, I always recommend just setting aside just a little bit of money every single week, even if it's $5 or $10. So then that way when Christmas time comes around, you already have a little savings for Christmas. You're not stressed, you're not scrambling to find the money, or you feel like you don't have enough money. So I always recommend just having a little Christmas or gift savings for when a birthday rolls around or Christmas rolls around, you're a little bit better prepared. So see, I already have $56 ready for Christmas of 2022. That's already like one full gift. And then I just created this one. It's an emergency fund. This is like I do not touch unless for some reason my car breaks down, wherever, like I really need money, I will pull it from my emergency fund. I do also want to mention I have a separate savings outside of this. This is not like my primary savings, but it's just really good to have, because like I said, you will not realize that the money's gone out of your bank account. So download Digit. You will thank me later. I promise. It's a really, really great tool just to save a little bit of extra money. So that's basically everything that I have on my front screen. Like I said, this is pretty much what I use for work. If you guys obviously don't have the Amazon Seller Central app, or if you're not a content creator, so you don't need the YouTube Studio app, I think it'd be really useful to put like a Slack or Microsoft Teams or just your work email on here. Just whatever things that you use. Our neighbor must be leaving. He has like the biggest, most unnecessary Jeep ever. Anyways, just basically the apps that you use on a daily basis that's not social media and that's not shopping, I would really recommend putting on this screen. So next, moving on, we have a productivity / health. So this is like physical and mental health. This is probably my favorite screen. I think that this is probably going to be the most fun screen too. Start with the widgets once again. Up at the top, we have habit, and this is obviously a habit tracker. Once again, I love having it as a widget, so that way I can track my progress throughout the day without having to open the app. It just puts it right in front of my face, and I can see like the progress that I'm making on all my different habits. So you guys can obviously create whatever habits that you want in here, but I'll open mine up. I have learning, read a book, drink water, and stretch. So I want to learn for 30 minutes a day, read 30 minutes, drink at least 100 ounces of water, and stretch for 10 minutes. These are my daily goals. You can add as many habits as you want in here, and then you can track your progress. And then as you update it, so let's say I'm like, okay, yes, I stretched 7 minutes today. I only have 3 minutes left, and then when you close the widget, it automatically updates to the 7 minutes at the top. And this personally has just really helped me stay on top of my daily habits, just like I said, putting it right in front of my face. And then I also have my steps, because I've been trying to track my steps more, because I was realizing that I was not hitting nearly even close to my step goal, because I just sit down all the time when I'm working. So I have my steps there right in front of me, and I'm only at 1,400 for the day. Yeah, I'm only at 1,400 steps for the day. And then I did make it using Widgetsmith. You can obviously just do like the fitness app, and I'm pretty sure it'll show your steps, but I made mine using Widgetsmith just because I wanted it to look a little bit more aesthetic. Then moving on to the apps, we have the Focus app. This is actually the same app that was on the first screen. I just have like the app icon on my productivity screen. We have Fit Track. This is an app for one of those scales. I have one of those scales that tells you everything that you want to know and don't want to know about your body. And then obviously the health app and the fitness app that we all know that comes with the Apple products. And then down at the bottom we have like my mental health row, I call it, because Fit Track, health, and fitness are all like my physical health, and then I keep like all my mental health apps together, obviously besides Focus. The first one we have is called Elevate. This is basically just a brain game app. I don't know about you guys, I just have this like weird fear of like losing, I don't even know the right, basically like, you know, the term, you use it or you lose it. I basically just want to make sure that I'm keeping my brain nice and strong and healthy. So I really love playing these brain games because they're actually like really hard. They're really good like mental exercises to do. The next one is quick math, because for some reason, like since I've never really been good at it, but since I've graduated college, my like mental math has gotten really bad. And I noticed that because Devin's really good at mental math. So I just like want to, you know, make sure I'm, you know, checking myself, not losing it basically. So I like to do just like whenever I'm like bored, I'll just do like quick, you know, math problems. It's kind of nerdy, but you know, once again, just making sure that we're using our brain and keeping it nice and stimulated. The next one that we have is Skillshare. I'm sure you guys have heard of Skillshare before. This video is not sponsored by Skillshare, but Skillshare, if you're watching this. And then I have Insight Timer. Insight Timer, I don't use it for the full functionality. I really only use it for one thing, but this is like the coolest app ever, especially if you're interested or you do guided meditation. They literally have so many different like genres of guided meditations. Like if you go to Discover and then you go to See All, they have guided meditations for all of these. Anxiety, they have Buddhism guided meditation, chakras, clarity, Christianity, confidence, depression, energy, fear. Like I said, literally anything they have a guided meditation for. What I personally use it for, I'm not really into meditation, to be honest. I've tried it, it's just not really my thing. I use it for the music, like the spa music that they have. They just have the best like ambiance music, just I don't know, it's just really relaxing. So whenever I'm like having a self-care night or whenever I just want to decompress, I love listening to their music that they have. On top of guided meditations, they also have a lot of like really cool different courses. I'm not sure if you have to pay extra for the courses. I personally, like I said, I don't use it for the full functionality, but I really want to start using it more because this really is a really cool app. They have half a day retreat, learn to meditate, essential tools for personal transformation, learning the language of now, clearing your mental clutter, refining your relationship with yourself, and self-love. So like I said, I think it's a great mental health app, and they have a lot of different cool features on here. So I'd really recommend checking that out. Insight Timer is a really good one. And so that's pretty much it for like my productivity / health page. This is probably my favorite page. I just think it's like, I just love the simplicity of it, and I love all the apps on here. I love, like I said, having the habits at the top, and I think that there's like the most like fun and unique apps in here. Yeah, so that is my productivity screen. And then the last one that we have are my social media and photo apps. So I decided to put my social media on the very last page, and at first I was like, this is like the most inconvenient thing ever. As soon as I open my phone, I have to keep scrolling over to get to my social media. But what I've actually realized is that this is, like I said, it's helped me so much, like not just mindlessly scroll on social media whenever I'm bored for like even 30 seconds. So you have to put in a little like extra thought and work to actually get to your social media accounts. So we have YouTube, Instagram, go follow me on Instagram at Kaylan Kerbler. Facebook, Lightroom. I do keep Lightroom out because I use it all the time. I use it for my thumbnails, I use it for any Instagram picture that I post, and even I use it sometimes for my stories. And then from Lightroom we have Twitter, and then I just keep like the rest of my social media accounts in this like little folder here. Nothing special. And then we have photo and bookmarks. So photo, obviously on my photo editing apps. Bookmarks, I try to create the aesthetic little icons in here. Love the way they look. I love the color of them, but for me they just weren't very practical, because the thing that I notice is like you can't see your notifications when you have like a little cute icon like this because it's a bookmark. So I would get a text, like you can see I have 2 texts at the bottom here. I will get a text and like the little one doesn't pop up, so I would never know if like I miss a text or not, if I miss a call or not. So for me that was like driving me crazy, but I spent like 3 hours creating them, like absolutely way too much time creating them. So I just have them in a little bookmarks folder here because I didn't even use them, and I spent 3 hours of my life creating them. I just didn't have the heart to delete them yet, so I keep them there even though I don't use them. But moving on to my photos folder, I just have VSCO. We all know VSCO, I'm sure. Picture this, I mentioned this I think in my last What's on my iPhone. You can take a picture of any plant that you see and it'll tell you exactly what it is, how to take care of it, the different features, the symbolism of it. And then you can actually go over to My Plants, and then you have all your plants in there, so if you ever forget how to take care of your plant, it'll tell you. So if you're a plant mom or dad like me, I really recommend getting this app. I think it's $25 a year, I want to say. It's a little pricey, but for me, like I always forget how to take care of my plants. Next we have lensbuddy. Lensbuddy is great if you ever need to go take Instagram, or not even Instagram, but just like pictures of yourself by yourself. It's really nice because it's basically a self-timer app, but you don't have to like keep resetting the self-timer after every time. So you can choose like if you want to take like 100 pictures or just like literally unlimited pictures until you stop it, and then how often you wanted to take a picture. I'm gonna expose myself here really quick. Oh my gosh, that's so embarrassing. I took these a few months ago, but these are basically all the pictures that I took, and you can see, okay, like who was I feeling like in this picture? Are you kidding me with the sunglasses and the coffee? I actually really miss my hair like that though. But yeah, like what? But anyways, this is a really great app if you just ever want to go have a photo shoot and you don't have anyone to take your pictures. We have minilink, which is connected to my like little Instax minilink like little Polaroid printer. So I have one of those, like if I ever want to print out a Polaroid picture from my camera roll on my phone, I just connect it through this app. I have Mojo. This is really nice for creating reels. You can add like your own text on top of it rather than like just using the ones that Instagram provides, or even TikTok. I don't make TikToks, I make reels. I shouldn't say I make reels. I've made 1 reel ever in my life and I used Mojo. Then we have retouch. Retouch is a lifesaver if you guys ever need to get something out of a picture that you don't want there. You just color it in with your finger and it'll literally just like take it out of the photo. Okay, here's a picture. I'm gonna try to use this as an example. Like let's say I hate like our little sprinkler. You can't see it on video, but like we have like a little sprinkler right here. Let's say I love this picture and I want to get rid of this like little sprinkler back here. You just click object removal, you color it in, go. It just completely takes it out. So this is also really good. I think this is how a lot of people do it. If you go to the beach and there's like people in the water or just like people behind you, you can just get them out of there and it'll literally look like no one was ever behind you. So this is a really great app. I use this all the time, whether it's like dirty stuff on the sidewalk, just to really make your pictures nice and clean. And then I have Canva and PicMonkey. I don't really use these on my phone. These are what I use to create my thumbnails on the computer, but since I like create them all the time on the computer, I just have it on my phone just in case. But that's pretty much it for my photo editing apps. Those are the main photo editing apps that I use, and that's pretty much it for what I keep on like my home screens here. I really recommend just like decluttering your phone, only keeping the apps that you really use on your home screen, not even like the first page, like literally on all 4 pages. Really keep the essentials that you use, and I've really like come to realize like your home screen does not need to be full. Like at first this productivity screen here was like bothering me because it wasn't full, but I actually really like the simplicity of it, like the minimalistic feel of just having the essentials on here and not just like a ton of apps like cluttering your screen. But yeah, I think that wraps up this what's on my iPhone. I really hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I really hope you guys got some good like app ideas, good layout ideas, good widget ideas. I really hope that you like walked away with like some good fun things to do to your phone. Like I mentioned, having the apps that I do and the layout that I do has helped me increase my productivity so much, and actually use my phone as like a really powerful tool that works for me, rather than it's just something that I use to distract myself, scroll on social media, and that like I just really shouldn't be using so much. So I really recommend obviously downloading some of the apps that I recommended. If you guys have any good app recommendations, let me know in the comments down below. It doesn't have to be productivity or work or anything. If you guys just have like a favorite app, let me know. I think we're all always looking for some good fun new apps to try. But other than that, I really hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please make sure to like and subscribe before you go, and I will see you guys next time. Bye guys.